Have you ever poured your energy into a relationship only to feel like it's one-sided? Maybe you're the one always reaching out, making plans, and putting in the effort while she seems distant or uninterested. You wait hours for a response to your messages, and when it comes, it's barely a word or two. You wonder, does she even notice what you're doing or care about how much you've invested? Today, we're breaking it all down. We'll cover 9 undeniable signs she's not valuing you, and more importantly, give you the tools to change the narrative. These aren't just casual tips. They're insights that can reshape the way you see yourself, your worth, and the relationships you choose to build. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end, because the strategies we're sharing today could completely shift how you approach connection and respect, leaving you more confident and empowered than ever before. Picture this. You've spent hours thinking about the perfect evening. Everything planned down to the smallest detail, and then at the last minute, she cancels. No heartfelt apology, no real explanation. Just a quick, casual excuse, leaving you feeling like your time and effort don't matter. If that scenario sounds all too familiar, you're in the right place. You're not alone, and the truth is, situations like these happen more often than most people realize. But here's the thing. Recognizing these patterns isn't just about her behavior. It's about understanding your worth and knowing when it's time to set boundaries. This video isn't about blame. It's about clarity, confidence, and control. Because once you can spot the signs that someone isn't valuing you, you can take the first steps toward reclaiming your peace of mind and, more importantly, your self-respect. 1. She criticizes you excessively. There's a difference between constructive feedback and tearing someone down. Constructive feedback is meant to help you grow, to encourage you to improve while still feeling supported. But excessive criticism? That's a whole different story. It chips away at your confidence, leaving you questioning your worth and your choices. If she constantly picks apart everything you do, your decisions, your appearance, even the smallest things like how you speak or the way you laugh, it's not about helping you grow. It's about control or a lack of respect for who you are. And here's the thing, excessive criticism isn't love. It's a sign that shouldn't be ignored. Why does this matter? Because relationships should feel like a safe space where both partners can thrive. When criticism turns excessive, it can quickly create an environment where you're walking on eggshells, afraid to be yourself, and you deserve better than that. Here's a moral truth to remember. Constructive criticism builds. Excessive criticism destroys. A healthy relationship lifts you up, even when addressing areas of improvement. So, if you're constantly feeling attacked, it's time to take a step back and assess what's really going on. What can you do about it? First, refuse to accept constant negativity. Speak up, set boundaries, and explain how the criticism is affecting you. Let her know you're open to feedback, but it needs to come from a place of care, not control. If she's willing to adjust and grow with you, there's hope. But if the pattern continues and your peace is constantly being disrupted, don't be afraid to walk away. Protecting your mental and emotional well-being is non-negotiable. Remember, someone who truly values you will never feel the need to tear you down just to feel better about themselves. The right relationship is one where mutual respect and encouragement create a foundation for growth, not destruction. But that's just the beginning. More signs could reveal even deeper truths about how she's treating you. Number 8 will definitely surprise you. So ensure to stay till end of this video, because these insights could completely shift how you approach your relationships. Before we continue, please ensure to hit that like button and subscribe to this channel. We're here to guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself, because you deserve relationships that honor and uplift you. 2. She's always distracted when you're together. Let's assume that you've cleared your schedule, made plans, and you're finally spending time with her. But instead of being present, she's glued to her phone, scrolling endlessly, or her mind is somewhere else. It feels like you're competing for her attention, and you're losing to things that shouldn't even matter as much as you do. If she can't focus on you during the limited time you spend together, it's a clear sign you're not her priority. Presence is the ultimate form of love. When someone truly values you, they make an effort to be in the moment with you. Not halfway, not distracted, but fully engaged. Without that presence, relationships don't just struggle, they start to unravel. So, what can you do about it? Start by setting boundaries around your time together. For example, create a simple rule: no phones during dinner, or whatever time you've both set aside to connect. It's not about being controlling, it's about protecting the quality of your relationship. If she can't honor such a small but meaningful boundary, then it's time to ask yourself some tough questions. Why are you tolerating being treated like an afterthought? What does it say about how you value yourself? Because here's the thing: how others treat you starts with what you allow. And remember, setting standards doesn't push the right people away, it attracts them. If she's serious about you, she'll step up. If not, then you're making space for someone who will. Sign 3. She avoids serious conversations. Have you ever tried to bring up something important, maybe the future of your relationship, how you're feeling, or even what's bothering you, only to have her brush it off, change the subject, or simply say, "Can we talk about this later?" This isn't just about avoiding one or two conversations, it's about a pattern. When someone consistently dodges meaningful discussions, it often reveals a lack of emotional investment. Think about it. Serious conversations are where real connections are built. If she's not willing to go there with you, it's worth asking yourself why. Lesson: avoidance of deep topics isn't just frustrating, it's a sign of emotional detachment. A healthy relationship thrives on communication, especially about things that matter. If she's unwilling to share her thoughts, feelings, or vision for the relationship, it's not just about what she's avoiding, it's about what she's not giving to the connection. So, what can you do? Start by addressing it directly. Ask her straightforward questions about the relationship's future. It doesn't have to be confrontational. You can approach it politely. Say something like, "I feel like we don't talk about where we're headed. Can we take some time to discuss this?" If she opens up, great, that's a step toward building trust and clarity. But if she continues to dodge, dismiss, or deflect, it's time to take a hard look at whether this is the kind of relationship you want. Respect yourself enough to recognize when you're being sidelined. Sometimes moving on isn't about giving up. It's about making space for someone who will value you and invest emotionally. Remember, you deserve someone who wants to have those meaningful conversations with you and who sees the value in addressing what matters most. Settling for less is a disservice to yourself and your potential for happiness. Sign 4. She rarely initiates contact or plans. Let's talk about something critical: effort. Relationships thrive when both people invest equally. When you're the one always texting first, always making plans, and always trying to keep things alive. Meanwhile, she just doesn't. No calls, no texts, no suggestions for spending time together. It's like you're carrying the weight of the entire relationship. Now, here's the reality. Effort must flow both ways. If you're the only one initiating, it's not just about her being busy or distracted. It's a clear reflection of her level of interest. Someone who values you shows it. They don't leave you guessing. So what's the solution? Simple. Take a step back. I know it's tempting to keep pushing, to keep trying, but here's the thing. When you pull back, you give her the chance to step up. Watch what happens. If she notices your absence and starts reaching out, it's a sign she cares. But if she doesn't, let that be your answer. The lesson here is simple but powerful. In a healthy relationship, effort is mutual. It's not just about what you do. It's about what both of you bring to the table. Don't settle for one-sided energy. You deserve someone who meets you halfway. And hey, if you're finding this insight helpful so far, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. We've got so much more coming to help you create relationships that bring out your best self. You deserve nothing less. Sign 5. She rarely acknowledges your efforts. Let's talk about something that hits hard. Effort going unnoticed. You're putting in the time, the thought, the little gestures that make someone feel cared for. And what do you get? A shrug, a distracted thanks, or worse, nothing at all. Here's the reality. When someone doesn't acknowledge your kindness or effort, it's not just hurtful. It's a sign they're taking you for granted. And let's be clear, this isn't about demanding applause for everything you do. It's about mutual respect and appreciation, the foundation of any healthy relationship. Think about it. When was the last time she truly noticed what you did for her? Was it that thoughtful gift you picked out? The late-night support call when she needed someone? Or the way you rearranged your schedule just to make her day a little easier? If those moments are brushed off or ignored, it's not only unfair, it's draining. And over time, unacknowledged effort doesn't just sting, it breeds resentment. Moral: your value isn't tied to how much you do for someone who refuses to see it. Let me repeat that. Your value is not defined by the hoops you jump through for someone who won't even glance your way. Now let's shift gears and focus on solutions, because staying stuck in frustration doesn't serve you. Start by communicating how her lack of acknowledgement makes you feel. Be honest, but calm. Say something like, "I notice when you don't acknowledge my efforts, it makes me feel like what I'm doing doesn't matter." This opens the door for understanding and gives her a chance to respond. But here's the catch. If you don't see any changes after you've expressed your feelings, it's time to make a choice. You either adjust your expectations and accept her behavior, or, and this is the hard part, you redirect your energy. That could mean focusing on someone who truly values you, but it could also mean turning inward and prioritizing yourself. Start giving that same energy to your goals, your happiness, your growth. Because, at the end of the day, appreciation is a two-way street. And you deserve to walk alongside someone who sees you, respects you, and values everything you bring to the table. Sign 6. She puts her needs above yours. Constantly, picture this. You rearrange your schedule to accommodate her, cancel plans with friends, and go out of your way to make her life easier. But when the roles are reversed, it's always about what she wants, what she needs, and how things should work for her. Here's the hard truth. When her needs are always the priority, you're not in a partnership, you're a convenience. Relationships like that leave you drained, doubting your worth, and questioning why you're even trying. A true partnership requires balance. It's not about one person always taking while the other gives. Both of you should feel valued, supported, and heard. Without that balance, it's not love, it's one-sided dependency. So how do you handle this? The first step is to state your needs clearly. Don't assume she knows what you want or expect. Spell it out. Say, "This is what I need to feel valued in this relationship." A healthy relationship thrives on mutual respect, and balance starts with honest communication. But here's the catch. Actions speak louder than words. If she continues to prioritize herself after you've communicated your feelings, that's your cue to evaluate if this dynamic truly serves you. It's not about being confrontational, it's about standing up for yourself. Remember, you deserve a relationship where your needs are just as important as hers. If you're always playing second fiddle, it's time to step back and consider what you really want in a partner. Keep watching, because the next signs will give you even more clarity on what to look out for. Sign 7. She frequently cancels plans last minute. You've been there, looking forward to seeing her, imagining how the day will go. Maybe you've even gone out of your way, rearranging your schedule to make time. And then, just like that, she cancels. Sometimes it's with an excuse that sounds reasonable. Other times, it feels like she's barely trying to explain. But one thing is clear. You're left hanging, frustrated, and questioning your importance in her life. Let's be honest. This isn't just about one or two canceled plans. Life happens, emergencies come up, and that's understandable. But when it becomes a pattern, when it feels like you're always the one adjusting, compromising, and waiting, that's no coincidence. It's a reflection of priorities. And if you're not at the top of hers, it's time to pay attention. Think about it. When someone genuinely values you, they don't make excuses. They make time. Their actions align with their words, and they show you through their consistency that you matter. When plans are repeatedly broken, it chips away at trust and shows a lack of respect for your time. What can you do about it? First, acknowledge what's happening. Don't brush it off or make excuses for her behavior. Respect your time enough to address the issue. Start with a direct but calm conversation. Let her know how her cancellations affect you. Sometimes, people aren't even aware of how their actions impact others. But here's the critical part. Watch what happens next. Does she adjust her behavior? Does she start prioritizing your plans, or does the pattern continue? If it continues, it's not about being too busy. It's about where you stand in her life. And that's when you need to set boundaries. You don't have to tolerate disrespect, even in small forms. Respect your own time by stepping back. If she wants to keep canceling, let her do it on her own time, not yours. Here's something to remember. When someone constantly cancels plans, it's not just about the plans themselves. It's about what they're telling you without words. Consistency isn't just a habit, it's a form of respect, and without respect, it's hard to build anything meaningful. Sign 8. She compares you to others. When she starts comparing you to others, whether it's her ex, her friends' partners, or even someone random, it's more than just a sign. It's a direct attack on your worth and individuality. Maybe she says things like, "Why can't you be more like him?" Or, "He always does this for his girlfriend." And suddenly, you're not just you anymore. You're being measured against someone else's highlight reel. Comparison isn't just unfair. It's damaging. It chips away at the foundation of any healthy relationship, mutual respect. And let's be honest, how are you supposed to feel valued when you're constantly being made to feel like you're not enough? The truth is, when she does this, it says more about her insecurities than it does about you. But here's the consequence. If you let it slide, it starts to erode your self-esteem bit by bit, leaving you questioning your own worth. So, how do you handle this? You don't brush it off. You don't shrug and pretend it doesn't bother you. Instead, you address it firmly. Have a conversation where you make it clear. Comparisons are not acceptable. Say something like, "I'm not here to compete with anyone. I deserve to be valued for who I am, not measured against someone else." If she still doesn't get it, then it's time to reconsider whether this relationship is worth your energy. Because the right person will appreciate you for your unique qualities, not try to mold you into someone you're not. And here's the real takeaway. Comparison is a slippery slope. It starts small, but over time it can destroy the respect and trust in a relationship. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're second best. You're not an option. You're not a placeholder. You're worthy of being loved and valued for exactly who you are. Sign 9. She doesn't support your goals or dreams. Let's talk about something that cuts deeper than you might realize: support, or the lack of it. Imagine sharing your biggest dream, something you've been working toward, and all you get is indifference. Maybe she brushes it off or even tells you it's unrealistic. Instead of feeling encouraged, you're left questioning whether your goals even matter. If she doesn't support your growth, she's holding you back. Let that sink in. A true partner is someone who stands by you, cheers you on, and even challenges you to reach higher. They don't dismiss your ambitions or make you feel like you're asking for too much. When someone fails to support the dreams that light you up, they're showing you where they stand, and it's not by your side. Here's the harsh truth. A relationship like that can drain you. Over time, you might start shrinking your goals to make them easier for her to accept. Or worse, you stop pursuing them altogether. But let me tell you, your dreams and your growth matter. They're part of who you are. And if she's not willing to uplift you, she's blocking your path forward. So, what's the solution? It's simple, but not always easy. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, even if it means leaving her behind. Think about it. Why continue with something that dims your light when there are people out there who would celebrate everything you're striving for? Sometimes walking away isn't a failure. It's a necessary step to protect your future. The moral here is clear. True partners encourage growth, not hinder it. You deserve someone who wants to see you succeed, someone who believes in you as much as you believe in yourself. And if she can't be that person, then maybe it's time to prioritize the relationship you have with yourself. Which of these signs hit home for you and why? Drop your thoughts in the comments section below. We've uncovered the 9 signs and given you tools to take control of your self-worth. Respect yourself first. That's where true confidence begins. Please ensure to like, subscribe, and share this video because someone out there might need this information. Thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, check out our next video. It's packed with more insights to help you grow and thrive. See you there.